HELLO. Hello, fella. Welcome to today's class. We would be learning the topic child labor. Say it with me. Child labor. Good. In Nigeria, we see young children who are forced to work all the time. They may be working for money or they may not be paid at all by the adults who force them to work. We often see children like us selling things or begging for money on our roads. It is also common to find Nigerian children working on farms or working as servants in people's homes. In Nigeria, it is against the law for children under the age of 15 to have jobs. It is against the law for children under the age of 15 to have jobs. Now, when children under the age of 15 have jobs, it is called child labor. So child labor can be defined as when children under the age of 15 have jobs. And it is wrong for children under the age of 15 to have jobs. It is illegal. Child labor is illegal and against our rights as children in Nigeria. Child labor is wrong. It is against the law. It is against the law for children under the age of 15 to have jobs. Illegal means something that is not accepted by the law, something that is against the law. So when children under the age of 15 have jobs, it is illegal. It is against the law in Nigeria. It is wrong. Now, it's also morally wrong for adults to force children under 15 years of age to have jobs, whether they pay them or not. When adults force children under the age of 15 to have jobs, it is very wrong, whether the children are paid or they are not paid. As long as they are being forced to have jobs, it is wrong. This means that it is a bad or unfair thing for any adult to do to a child. It is wrong. It is against the law of Nigeria for any adult to force a child to have a job, a child under the age of 15. Now let's talk about some reasons child labor is wrong. Why is child labor wrong? Some of the reasons are: children like us are too young to work and take care of themselves. It is our right as children to be taken care of by our guardians. As children, it is our right for us to be taken care of by our guardians. So we are too young as children to take care of ourselves. So that's one of the reasons child labor is wrong. Child labor is wrong because we cannot take care of ourselves as children. Another reason is that it stops children from going to school. Children that are forced to work stop going to school most of the time. So they are not privileged like their mates to attend school. One of our rights as children is to be educated. And when a child does not go to school, that child cannot be educated. So child labor stops children from going to school. Another reason why child labor is wrong is that children who are forced to work by adults are paid little or no money for their work. Children who are forced to work by adults are paid little or no money for their work. Some adults, after they've used these children to work, they would not pay them money, which is very wrong. They oppress these children. Some of them, if they even manage to pay, they'll pay them little money, they'll pay them peanuts, because children cannot stand up for themselves. They are being oppressed by these adults. So these are some of the reasons why child labor is wrong. Some of these children too do not choose to work. These children are being forced to work by the adults. So these are some of the reasons why child labor is wrong. Now, doing your chores is not child labor. Your guardians have the right to ask you to help out around the house. Child labor is when children under 15 are forced to have jobs. doing your chores like washing plates, sweeping the house, running errands, and so on and so forth. All these are not child labor. You ought to help around the house as a child. Now we're going to talk about the most common reason for child labor in Nigeria. What do you think is the most common reason for child labor in Nigeria? Now let's see what the most common reason is. The most common reason for child labor in Nigeria is poverty. Poverty is the most common reason for child labor in Nigeria. And what is poverty? Poverty is when people do not have enough money to take care of themselves or their families. When people are poor, they may not have enough money to buy good food to eat or live in a decent home. They may also not have enough money to take care of their children very well. Poverty makes some parents and guardians send their children to work or to beg on the streets. Poverty makes children to beg on the street. They think that their children will be able to earn money from working that will help the whole family. So they send these children to beg because they are not able to fend for these children. Now, how can we stop child labor? How can child labor be stopped in Nigeria? The Nigerian government has the responsibility to try and stop child labor in our country. Now, the government can stop child labor by reducing poverty in Nigeria. Remember, poverty is one of the most common reasons for child labor. So when people have more money, they will not send their children to work. Instead, they'll send their children to school. So reducing poverty in Nigeria is one of the ways the government can stop child labor. Another way the government can stop child labor is educating citizens about child labor. The government has a responsibility to educate all Nigerian citizens about why it is wrong for adults to make children work. It should also educate all Nigerians about the rights that children have. The government needs to tell Nigerians that child labor is wrong. It needs to educate the citizens on the rights of children. Children have rights, so the citizens should be educated on the rights children have. Now, another ways child labor can be stopped is writing stronger laws against child labor. Child labor is illegal. It is not accepted by law. It is against the law in Nigeria. So if the law says that people will go to jail for sending their children to work, they will be less likely to send their children to work. If the government write the laws in our country and arrest any adults that sends children to work, it will bring an end to child labor in Nigeria. So writing stronger laws against child labor will help to stop child labor. Now, Nigerian citizens can also help to try and reduce child labor in our country. Adults can say no to employing children to work for them. Adults can say no to child labor. They should stop employing children to work for them. Adults and children like us can also tell other people why child labor is wrong. Adults can also tell other people, even children can tell other people that child labor is wrong because these children have dreams. It is their right to achieve those dreams. When these children go through child labor, their dreams will not be actualized. So child labor has a lot of disadvantages. Can you remember the meaning of child labor? When children under the age of 15 have jobs. Superb! It is against children's rights. Yeah, I know you have learned a lot from this class. As children, we should always say no to child labor. So we call it a wrap today. Please attempt your quiz and your assignment, and always remember that hard work pays. Bye.